What's up everyone, welcome to Beast Made Reviews. I'm Dave, and today we have a video about high quality large briefcases. Now maybe you watched one of our recent videos about a saddleback bag that I borrowed from a friend, and you know that this video is coming already, so you're looking forward to it. And we'll get to the saddleback bag in just a little bit. But briefcases are very important, I think. I think it's important for every man to have at least something to carry around, EDC gear, everyday carry stuff, maybe some emergency stuff, maybe work stuff, a lot of things. Maybe school stuff, maybe kids stuff if you have kids. You could probably think of a million different things that you have that you can carry, and having a bag is really important. The problem is, finding a good high quality bag is not often easy. There are a lot of bags out there that you can find at malls that are overpriced. You can find them online that are cheap junk. Definitely spend the time to figure out what size bag you need. And once you figure that out, don't be afraid to invest in a quality bag. There are lots of great bags out there. Today we're gonna mention just a few that are really great, and this is a large size. There's lots of different sizes for bags, as I mentioned before, and this is probably one of the more common sizes. We wanted to start with the large size first. We're gonna go for small next, and then a few different other types of bags. Some of these are obviously gonna be made of leather, leather being one of the more popular types of materials that you can get for a bag. Others are gonna be made of different materials, but are still very high quality. So I'm gonna let Carl take it over, and he's gonna give a couple of suggestions that he thinks are great large bags.
Hey guys, I have 3 briefcase picks for you for the large category. Each of these is a little bit different. Each one kind of serves a different need, so hopefully among these you will find one that will fit what you're looking for. So my first choice, and kind of a weird, odd duck of the category, is this here. This is the Eberlestock Combat Office. Now, most people haven't even heard of Eberlestock before, outside of hardcore camping. Eberlestock is right up there with Mystery Ranch, Karafu, and a couple of the other very high-end brands in terms of hunting and hiking gear. They're known for lightweight, smart designs with a real kind of emphasis on functionality and form sort of second, unfortunately. So if you're looking for the most beautiful briefcase, this certainly isn't it with its kind of military looks. But the reason I got this was not because of the MOLLE webbing, but it was actually because it has a hidden compartment right here. It's so hidden I can't even find it. With a magnet closure that really blends right into the scene here, and that's shaped like a triangle for a pistol. So when I'm working in a bad area, it just helps to know that you have a pistol on you, and oftentimes my clothes won't be able to conceal the gun. So in a case like this, when I always have my briefcase on me, you never leave a gun unattended, or if I'm just going someplace, I know I'll be carrying this on my person the entire time. This is an excellent option. Or it's great to just stash anything. If you want, maybe put your phone in there, your wallet, something you just don't want people to get at. It was designed for a pistol, but it can be used for anything. On the inside, again, very military inspired. Even this color, this is their dry earth color, which is very military-esque. They have a lot of different pockets with zipper closures. One right here, a dedicated sunglass compartment. Only one compartment on the inside, but there are plenty of options for storage along the back here for pens, small ones for a hard drive or pencils or anything you want to put in there. Really, your limit is your own imagination. So that's the front of it. The back side also comes down, and this was something that I really liked a lot, because when you're working remotely, and oftentimes you don't have the luxury of a nice desk, this comes down, and what I would do is I put my laptop here and open it up right there. So you have a little bit of storage right here, but it kind of offers a nice surface to work off of. Again, you have another compartment on the inside there. When this is closed up, an external compartment with a Velcro closure. There are more pockets in this little thin briefcase than any of the others combined. So if you're looking for organization, then this is the one for you. And the cool thing too is its laptop compartment right here has a double zip. This piece comes off. It's padded, and it's not divided at all, but it's very nicely protected. So if you want to keep your $3,000 MacBook Pro or something like that safe, this will definitely do it. More storage options than you can shake a stick at. If you're into that kind of thing and organization, well, maybe this is the one for you. This also comes in black, and the price is about 150 bucks. Again, no leather here, so you're gonna save a lot there. Everything is built very, very well, especially with their background in hunting and camping. You know that you're gonna get a well thought out product. So this is the Eberlestock Combat Office. Up next, going a little bit down in size, but not very much, this is the Nutsack Sack Daddy. This has taken over as the largest in the Nutsack range. Now, if you're not familiar with Nutsack, they have a very similar kind of aesthetic and build quality to Filson. Their waxed canvas is very thick. They have nice leather accents here on the bottom and on the closure. A lot of very well thought out features, but this is much less compartmentalized than the Eberle stock. This sort of leaves it up to you, but there are a lot of really cool little features you wouldn't notice on the first pass until you've used it for a little while. So I'm gonna bring you through a couple of those now. So this here, the little leather strap goes right on a little brass stud down there to close it. But the nice thing too is that on either side here, you have a little magnet, and those magnets keep the lid shut. So even if you're bringing it around and you wanna kind of just leave it so it's open access really quickly, it's not gonna go flapping around, and it does allow a little bit of security there. So once we open that up, it is a single compartment on the inside with some pockets here for pens, anything you can think of. A little more secure on the back pocket here is zippered, so you have that as well. There's a piece of fiberboard or something sewn into the back here to help it keep its shape and add a little bit of extra protection. If you're keeping a laptop in here, you can fit up to a 15-inch laptop or a tablet. Now that was a feature that was missing on the Satchel Pro, which was actually designed for the iPad Pro, so a welcome addition there. So we have the main compartment right here with its divisions, and then on the front we have a zippered pocket here. So if you have smaller items or whatever, it's actually a pretty big pocket, so you can put quite a bit in there. I keep the charger in there. And then on the back, there is a sleeve for anything you need quick access to without having to open up the whole bag. It has a very small carry handle right here, which I appreciate a lot because messenger bags in general will not have a carry handle. It's kind of up to you to put the shoulder strap on, but I like this, especially for getting in and out of the car or tossing it somewhere. This is really, really nice. A very nice handle, and now a very nice shoulder strap too with a leather pad on it. Now this is something that's missing from the smaller versions in the Nutsack line, but it's just really nice, especially if you have a little bit of weight in this thing, you want to distribute it evenly on your shoulder. This is very nice, and just very nice materials. This thing is built like a little tank, and I've been using this as my everyday carry for quite a while now, outside of my laptop bag, which I will get to now. Last year I had the pleasure of testing over a dozen leather briefcases from a ton of different companies, and I got to really see the differences in the way that they're made, and I kept one for myself. The rest I gave away. But the one that I kept for myself is from a company called Custom Hide. And one of the reasons I kept it was because it fits a 17-inch laptop. That's important to me. And it's made in the USA. It's made out of vegetable tanned leather. There's a little bit of history to the design. Let me bring it out here. I'm going to show it to you. This is after about a year's worth of wear, so you're going to see something that has a year of daily use on it. This is the bad boy right here. So this is the 1945 U.S. Army briefcase in their whiskey color. It's kind of a reddish brown, but just beautiful. And everything about this, it really spoke to me. This ticked all the boxes in what I'm looking for in a laptop. This is my everyday carry. So as a matter of fact, I haven't even cleaned this thing out yet. So the main focus front and center is obviously this little key latch right here. And this is functional. It comes with a key. You can lock this, and there's a little bit of security there because it's pretty tough to get into a leather bag when it's locked. So that right there. And then it has two of these buckles which actually conceal these little quick connects here. And these were a must have because I don't like to keep working back and forth straps. And that's where you're gonna see the wear and all that stuff. So I really like these little quick connects. Plus, they're almost just like a secondary closure just for security. So those quick connects are really, really nice. Now, what you can't see here is actually this steel bar which runs the length of the lid. And this connects right to the handle right there. So you have a very, very positive grasp on whatever you're carrying in here. And this handle is just beautiful. It is rolled leather wrapped in another piece of leather. So you have a nice palm filling handle there. It feels very substantial, attached by all brass, solid hardware. And these straps here, as a matter of fact, go all the way around the entire thing. So your load capacity is actually, if you think about it, you're holding up this steel bar. These straps go entirely around it. So not all of the weight on the bag is sitting on that bottom piece of leather. So it's being suspended in a couple of different ways. Again, I haven't cleaned it up because I thought it'd be kind of neat to see the way that I actually use it. Maybe it can give you some ideas. So in the front compartment here, this is a 2-compartment briefcase. I have my laptop. My laptop lives alone in the front compartment, and then the back I will keep papers and different things that I need, notes, On the back panel is a very, very well thought out set of organization pockets. So we have a small pocket where you can keep things like a little notepad. The 4 pen sleeves along the back are big enough to hold a Sharpie marker. That's important to me because I carry Sharpies all the time and use them all the time, so that's very nice to have. A lot of times the pen sleeves are too narrow and you can fit a pencil or a pen and that's about it, but these will hold a Sharpie. Behind that is a zippered pocket, a little bit more security there. You can keep things in that pocket that maybe you don't really want out in the open. And it holds more than it seems, but it keeps a nice slim profile. Now along the back, as with most good briefcases, you still have a nice little sleeve and it's very high. They cut this thing high so it's very deep and you're able to put in full pieces of paper or notebooks and not have to worry about it. And oftentimes this is where I'll put my iPad because it's easy to get at and it will disappear right in there with full coverage. This pocket absolutely swallows up anything you put into it. Now just looking at the construction, it's absolutely gorgeous. A lot of times you can tell in the stitching how much attention was paid to it. So you look at the corners and whether they dove in really quick and then made a nice 90-degree angle, or if they kept it uniform all the way around. And this is just, it's really, really well done. You could tell whoever made it was meticulous. They have these leather bindings which cover up the unfinished edges, just a little bit more refined. There's big pieces of leather which wrap the entire way. If you look here, this is one piece of leather that goes from here all the way along the bottom, all the way up to the top here. And when I first got this about a year ago, it was very, very stiff. This almost felt like leather cardboard, and over a year, it has finally started to soften up. This has become like a good friend, and this is my everyday carry right here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, but we'll be back with way more on Beastmade reviews, so stay tuned.